Welcome to a new vid. This is the series where I read a chapter of a new book every single morning and I come and tell you guys exactly what I've learned so you guys don't have to read the book yourself. So I've been off for a few days. I was on holiday. Had a bit of a bender, but we're back with a new video, a new chapter today, and I'm going to be speaking about the role of family and friends, why this is super important when it comes to your environment and your habits, right? So I'm going to start off with a story, like I always do. In the chapter of the book I was reading, Atomic Habits, right, it talks about these three sisters who became chess masters, right? And all three of the sisters becoming chess masters was not an accident. It was all done on purpose. So their father, he wanted to prove, right, that when it comes to someone being able to achieve something or become really proficient at something, anyone could achieve anything if they were in the right environment and they had the right upbringing, right? So he wanted to kind of prove the importance of environment and kind of like your social circle on you being able to achieve something. So they were called the Polgar sisters, and all three of them at a really young age, I think even up until 12, one of them became like a chess master before she was 5. She was able to beat her dad, right? But all three sisters became chess masters at really young ages. Now, it was a phenomenon because it just showed how big the impact of your environment is when it comes to you being able to achieve something. And even got to a point where one of the sisters, the Pogo sisters, her dad caught her playing with the chess pieces at night, right? She was playing chess. He's telling her, listen, go back to bed, go back to bed. And she's like, no, father, like, I can't leave the chess pieces alone. They won't leave me alone. So it got to a point where she even feels like these chess pieces are speaking to her, right? Now, why am I saying this? Because when it comes to your environment and your family, your friends, all their lives were with chess. That's how their dad raised them to be obsessed with chess, obsessed with becoming experts and masters at chess. So that's what they thought was normal. For what other people might find difficult or challenging or boring, that was life to them. It was like breathing. It was like, drinking water. So why is that important? Humans have a deep desire to belong, right? Humans really want to belong to a certain group, and you want to do actions that align with that group so you can be accepted. In nature, that's the only reason we've been able to survive for so long, right? In nature, the reward of being accepted is massive. Because what does that mean? It means you've got the support of an entire group of people to be able to pass your genes down, to protect you when you need it, and that way your lineage has more longevity, right? So that's why we have this innate desire to be accepted. Now that we know this, you never want to fight against what your body and your mind or your genes naturally want to do. You want to work with it, right? So how can we use this to our advantage? What you want to make sure you do if if this is something that you can't really help, it's something that's natural to you, which is natural to all humans, right? This sense of belonging, wanting to fit into something. If you noticed in school, right, when you hung with a certain group of friends that were maybe different to what you were used to, over a few months, you'd start wearing the same clothes as them, talking like them, etc. Because humans naturally have the tendency to absorb the environment around them. And you'll notice, like, your parents, your friends are telling you, oh, you're using this lingo now, you've changed. You're dressing like this, you're walking like this. So that's super important to remember. And now, what can we do in order to use this to our advantage? You want to join groups of people where your desired outcome and your desired habit is accepted and it's a norm, right? So if I want to fight, I want to learn how to fight, I'm going to join a fight club where it's natural for people to know how to defend themselves, right? And let's say, for example, I want to get in shape and I work a 9 to 5 office job, right? What can I do? I can join a group of people who work in office jobs and are in shape. So if there's a club that allows me to do that, I'm going to join that because I'm naturally going to want to emulate the behavior, fit in with this group of people. So I'm going to start doing what they do. And in my mind, it sends a message to my brain where it's like, okay, I want to actually be able to fit in with this group. So I'm just going to follow what they do. And you end up becoming that person. Friends and family, your environment, the people you spend the most time with, those are the biggest factors in who you want to become, and they actually allow you to get there. You want to flow with the natural order of things when it comes to nature. You don't want to fight against it. That's the biggest way to end up not doing a habit or just failing at something long term completely. Fighting against your body's natural urge to do something. So use it to your advantage, this knowledge, right? You want to join groups of people where it's normal. The behavior that you want to do is normal, it's accepted, and it's part of the group's identity. So if you're able to do that, you become this new person, you take on that identity, and you can use this to whatever advantage you want to do. But it's super important that you remember how important this is. So always remember to join communities where your desired habit is accepted, because this is what's going to shape you long term, the people you spend the most time with, people you're around. So that's all for today. It's going to be a super short video. I'm going to be back uploading these vids every single day. As you can see, I'm looking pretty swole. Just come back from holiday. So we're back. New vid every single day. We're going to try and keep going. You know what? We're going to keep going for as long as I can. I'm going to upload a new video every single day without fail. So let's go. Feels good to be back. And I'm going to upload this vid right now. And yeah, remember your environment, the people you hang with, the groups you join, you always want to naturally be a part of them. So use that to your advantage. Let's go.